What's up, everybody? The Boxing Source here, checking in once again. And this is coming off news here that is coming from. I think it's Mike Cobbinger that posted this. But this is something that I've pretty much been waiting for. Um, it is something that is going to be very big. And yes, I'm talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, Frank Martin. Looks like the news is out. Tank versus Frank. And I have been waiting for this news for a while. Now, I mean, a lot of fight fans have been pretty much waiting to see what was going to happen with Tank Davis. Of course, he's coming off of the two fights in 2023 against Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan Garcia, and of course, it dealt with a few legal things there over the majority of last year after those two fights, and then coming into this year. So it was pretty much a matter of, okay, once all that stuff had basically been cleared up, who would be the next opponent there for Tank Davis? Now, some folks were saying, hey, man, it might end up being Isaac Cruz in a rematch or something. Well, I mean, as we saw, Isaac Cruz is going to be fighting at 140 pounds against Rolly Romero for that WBA title there at 140 pounds. So that kind of like limited options there out there for potential opponents for Tank Davis, right? So it's like, okay, who else is out there? Well, I was saying that, with all of these other guys that have pretty much like entered their name as far as like potential opponents, whether it's at 135 or 140, but looking at the landscape of 135, I was like, yo, Frank Martin is there, at 135 pounds, is a contender there at the 135-pound division. And I felt like would be a great opponent for Tank Davis. And so with this news here, I'm telling you, me personally, I'm really excited about this being a fight coming up, whether it's going to be, late in the spring or early summer. I'm looking at maybe late May, early June. I know that there's been a couple of dates where you've had Tank Davis be featured in a main event around, Memorial Weekend. I think he had, one fight against Mario Barrios. I think that was like, back in 2022 or 2021, my mistake, 2021. And then in 2022, you had the fight between Tank Davis and Rolly Romero. That was at the Barclays Center. Crazy scene at the Barclays Center. I'm going to tell you that right now. But now you had this here with Frank Martin. And listen, I've been waiting for this for at least a few months, because there's been, like, if y'all have followed the Boxing Source, if y'all have followed, what I've been doing on this channel and other channels, there have been a couple of folks out there, that I communicate with, for a long time. Great people, but they've been getting on Frank Martin. They've been getting on Frank Martin, man. They've been getting on Frank Martin, I'm telling you. And they've been getting on Frank Martin ever since they had that news come out about when Frank Martin was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson for the WBC lightweight title, and then the whole thing got shot down. They were like, oh man, Frank Martin, he could have took advantage. He should have took the deal and this and that. And it's all Frank Martin's fault. And they said, oh my God, who is Frank Martin gonna face? It's gonna make up for him. We could have fought Shakur Stevenson. Well, hey, look right here. I'm telling you, if this thing here, Frank versus Tank versus Frank, I told you there would have been one other opponent that would have been out there at 135 that would have been a better opponent for Frank Martin than Shakur Stevenson. And here we are. You got Tank Davis. So I'm happy about it. Just being real. I'm happy about it. We'll see what happens as far as like more details in reference to all of this. Now, for me, I'm hoping that they lock down another fight in the DC area, having this be in the DC area, going over to what we had with this Tank's fight against Hector Luis Garcia. That was a packed house out there for last January. So if they have a repeat here, man, I'll be definitely down for it. But with this news here, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be banging. I can't wait. Tank versus Frank, WBA lightweight title. Um, and yeah, I'm really psyched for this. But I'm telling you, man, yo, when we have more, podcasts here, the Boxing Source podcast on Sunday, I might call out a couple of my guys in reference to this because, like I said before, they were getting on Frank Martin. I'm telling you right now, this, this having this fight announced. Yeah, I'm just being real. Vindication for Frank Martin. Vindication for Frank Martin. I'm telling you. All right. But we'll have more on this. Y'all be sure to check us out here on the channel. We'll have more information as news drops in reference to this. Some of y'all that may follow me on other outlets. You'll probably hear me chiming in on other channels in reference to this. But I've been waiting for this fight. For some time, and I'm like, yes, to see this announcement, I'm all for it. But I mean, we'll see what happens with more news in reference to this and more details. But y'all share your thoughts, man. What do you think about this fight? Tank Davis, Frank Martin, WBA lightweight title. Let's get it. I'm in it to win it. I'm telling you, man. I'm being real. I'm excited about this fight. Just to tell y'all, I'm excited about this fight. And you know what? There have been a lot of critics, not just about Frank Martin, but about Tank Davis too. So you're gonna have a lot of them critics on both sides. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm excited. I love the fight. I love it. Love it. Let's get it. Hey, we'll get more here on the Boxing Source. Get more information. Like I said, if you like the content, hit the like button. Share your reactions to this news. And we'll have more for you, man. But until then, I will catch y'all later, man. Peace out.